Things couldn't really be worse for the New York Football Giants right now. Their best player is out for the year. The Brandon Marshall experiment is over, and Dwayne Harris has a broken foot, and his season is over, too. So today they brought back Tavares King, a wideout that they cut in Week 2. He had a pretty great answer when asked about how it felt being backed. He said, "Under the circumstances, it kind of sucks. I feel bad for my brothers, but it feels good to be back home." And here's more from Eamon McEnany.
We've all heard of the cliche, next man up in the NFL, but now for the Giants and their passing game, it might as well be, who the heck is left? On Tuesday, New York began life without Odell Beckham Jr. and Brandon Marshall after the wide receiver position suffered an unprecedented onslaught of injuries in the loss to the Chargers.
And whenever you lose players, you got to make adjustments, and other guys got to step up, and so nothing's changed in that fact. So we got some guys, brought back some guys who have been around, been in the system, who've made some plays for us in the past. So we got to get, they'll be ready. They'll know the system. They'll know what they're doing.
I mean, it's extremely important, to have the opportunity to showcase what I can do, and not just that, but to help this team. Any way I can, get things rolling, bring some energy and some explosiveness.
I'm now joined by SNY's NFL insider Ralph Vacchiano. And Ralph, just how daunting a challenge is this for Eli and Ben McAdoo to try to put points on the board?
Well, it's a huge challenge because let's face it, for the last year and a half, they haven't been able to put many points on the board with Odell Beckham and with Brandon Marshall and with much better receivers than they have right now. The offense is a mess from the top down, from the play calling to the rushing attack that's non-existent to the offensive line, and now they've got to do it with 4 wide receivers, assuming Sterling Shepard can't go, who have a combined 19 NFL catches. That's like a good week for Odell Beckham and Sterling Shepard, and now that's a career for the rest of these guys. They've struggled to get to 20 points most of these games. I don't even see how they can get to 10 with some of the defenses they have to face coming up.
And as you mentioned, to make matters worse, an already maligned offensive line has to figure out a way to protect Eli Manning against the likes of Von Miller in Denver and Michael Bennett with the Seahawks.
Yeah, and I know we've been distracted from the offensive line problem because of what's happened to the receiving core, but that is still the core issue for this team. They do not do a good job blocking. We saw them really struggle against the Chargers, against Melvin Ingram, and against Joey Bosa, and it's just going to keep getting worse. Eric Flowers and Bobby Hart, unfortunately for the Giants, they are the tackles the rest of the season. They don't have any good options on the roster to replace them, so it's only going to get better if somehow they get better.
Certainly a dark reality for the Giants, not what anyone is expecting with this team after 5 games this year. For Ralph Vacchiano, I'm Eamon McEnany. Now let's send it back to you.